Happy New Year! All right, it's Jane, and as you know, one of the things I was going to do was to start something for the new year. I am calling it the Stash Busting 2025. You can also consider it Scorched Earth Challenge for 2025. I'm going to consider it both, but I'm going to tell you what my rules are for me with my Totes series. The idea behind this is to actually try to follow a no-buy to low-buy year. I'm going to work through my yarn stash, which consists of totes. As you know, I have tons of totes that are filled with yarn, and I need to use them up. So I have decided that I'm going to really work on this. Do I think I'm going to get through all my totes in a year? Probably not. It would be nice, right? But I doubt I'll get through all of them in a year. But my intention is to work through as many as possible, and then to start that process again in the following year if I have any totes left over full of yarn. Cheryl of Vixen Purple Crochet and more is going to join me for this. We're considering this a collab of sorts. Anyone is more than welcome to join in on this at home. Those other video content creators, if you want to, YouTube channels, by all means, join in on the fun. You get to make your own rules for this. I'm not going to dictate the rules, so you make your rules for you, what's going to work for you. Maybe you need to revise them throughout the year, but that'll be something that I look at throughout the year as I'm going through these totes. So here are some of the rules that I have set for myself. First of all, I'm going to open one tote at a time and try to use it up in my projects that I'm working on. And I can use any method with these yarns: crochet, knit, loom knit, machine knit, whatever. Any type of item is permissible. No limits. But the whole thing is to concentrate on a no buy or low buy. The intent is only to buy yarn if needed to finish a project, but my goal is to sort of follow Leslie of lead for not enough yarn. She doesn't have enough yarn to finish this project. She'll find another yarn in her stash to use. So that is kind of what I am trying to work at doing. Now, as you know, I have a tote that has all black yarn. So, if a tote has all black or white, or mostly black or white, those yarns can be set aside to be used for like joining methods or as a complementary color to a project. The only exception might be if I were to knit a sweater for the Amish with black. That's the only exception. Or if someone has asked me to make another pair of mittens for them. You never know. I'm going to try to make sure that I use everything up in that tote as much as possible. Scraps can then be turned into scrap cakes and or granny squares, or be used for stuffing, like stuffing amigurumi. I am going to choose, I don't know what I heard, my cat's doing something. I am going to choose one item to make, and I'm going to go ahead and start working on that item like I am today. However, but you will get to vote on different objects for me to work on for the remainder of the month, or to work on simultaneously with this, right? So I'm going to put a list of 2 to 4 items on the community board of this channel. And you're going to get to choose an item for me to make. Now, the way that I'm going to do it is I'm just going to list items. Like maybe I'll list hat, garment, blanket, amigurumi. And you will get to choose which one in the poll that you would like. But here's where it gets interesting. I'm going to ask you to also leave a comment on that post with what you would like me to make. Like if you've chosen a garment, put on there under the comment, garment, make a poncho. Or make so-and-so's poncho. Or any other, whatever you think. I would ask for that it not be a paid item that you're asking me to make, because my intent is to keep this low or no buy, right? I have patterns I've already purchased online. If you'd like to gift me the pattern, that's fine too. But the idea is to make sure that I'm just using what I have. Also using any patterns I might have, free patterns that are available to all of us, as well as even the patterns that I have in all my stashes. Sometimes I will make up a pattern, like if I am choosing, if I put a blanket there on that list, I may choose for to make that blanket up with different stitches as I go. So that is basically what I'm asking you to do when you go to that community poll, is to simply underneath leave a comment, what you've chosen, a garment, what you would like me to make. Top, sweater, cardigan, poncho, whatever, something like that. So that is basically the majority of the rules, but the biggest rule is to have fun with it. Simply to have fun with this process, to make it not so dull and drudgery. All right, I am going to go into my first tote, and this is a tote that was in the other room. So I just grabbed it and pulled it out, and it's got a wide variety. Now I am going to use some of these small cube things to divide them out. And you'll see what I mean by I say divide them out. Okay? Woo! Shook you up. I have 4 more of the Big Twist in that color brown, gold, rust, dusty blue multi. So I'm going to stick those into that tote there. And I also have another one over there from where because I did finish the shawl, where I finished the shawl. And so I am going to add that to this tote. I have a bookshelf over here that you cannot see. It's a smaller, short bookshelf. I think it's got 3 shelves or something like that. It is actually one of these big, tall shelves that I got at Walmart. I think they're 5 shelves. Oh, it's 3 shelves over there. And what happened is, in the move, I had someone who was helping me to move, and they wouldn't wait for my son to help move the item. And as they went ahead and moved it on themselves, it fell, and the top part broke off. And there's no way to fix it, so right off the bat, where it could be a full 6-foot shelf. So what I did is I took it down to just the 3 shelves leveled everything off, covered the top of it with some contact paper because the shelf was pretty scratched up and everything. So I now have that over there that I can use. And actually, in a sense, it's almost 4 shelves if you consider the top shelf. But the top shelf, I have some notebooks and things up there that I use throughout the year when I'm journaling or Bible study or taking notes at church during the sermon. So that will be left alone. And so I'm going to place these on the other shelves so I know that I'm ready to work with them. And I see that I do have some what looks like bulky yarns in here. So I'm going to pull those bulky yarns out so we can get those set aside. Let me get them. And these are some of the Premier Bloom Chunky self-striping that I got on sale at Hobby Lobby, 99¢. So there's, I think, 3 or 4 of those in that color. There are 4 in that color. And then I have, looks like 2 in this color. Let me dig to make sure I got them all. No, I don't. Boy, I got a bunch in this bag, this box. All right, it looks like I have 6 in this colorway. And then it looks like I have 6 in this other colorway. So those could probably be combined, you know, for something. So there are those. Now I have a partial ball of Caron 1 pound in the color Azure. So I have a partial of that. So that is going to go into this little bin. And I also have one of Caron Jumbo in the color Seafoam. So I'm going to put those into the same little cabinet together. Cabinet? Okay, Jane. Now we're reaching for words. And I am going to put these Yarn Bee Stork Struck all in this same little tote. They are different colors. I want to say there's 2 Puppy Love and 2 Butterfly Kiss. Yep. So, and these, I know I definitely want to use those for baby sweaters. A lot of babies being born in my church. So I'm going to put those in there so I know where they're at so they'll be easy to grab. Now the rest of these, it's going to be a little fun choosing items for it. I have 2 of the Walmart brands Sparkle Acrylic Yarn in Sweet Violet. I'm going to set those with the first little box that I put in. I have 1 in the rose color. And I have 1 in the teal color. So that's going to be interesting to figure out what to do with those. have two of these brightly colored, and you can choose, to tell me what to make with them, the different colors. I have two in the neon stripe from Yarn Bee. So those are going to go into that tote as well. Then I have this interesting group in this tote of the Yarn Bee Dazzling. I have Sand Dollar. Let me look and see how many of the Sand Dollar I have. Two of the Sand Dollar. Three of the Sand Dollar. And I have two of the Hint of Jasmine. This is sparkly too. And then I have one of the color Sunburst. I think those could probably go together. Maybe all of them could be mixed together for something. And then I have I know this is a Hobby Lobby yarn, but it doesn't have any tag. Soft and Sleek? No. I don't remember what it is. But I have one of those. And I think that might make a great little baby sweater. So we'll put that there. With the one that has the baby sweaters in it. Now I'm just calling them baby sweaters. That doesn't mean I'll make a baby sweater with them. And then I have one in the ice cream in the color Pistache. So I'm going to stick that down in there as well. Then I have four of these crazy ones. The Antoinette, which is, it's one of those kind of bumpy yarns. And this is in Denim Days. I have four of these in this tote. So I am going to choose something out of this to work on to make. And I will show that to you in another video. What I chose and what I made with it. But these are ready to be packaged up and determined where they're going to go. I'm going to put up the poll on the community board. And I would ask for you to, as well as once you choose in the poll what you would like me to make over the next month or so with these, because we're going to use up this tote, that you would also leave a comment for, like, you've chosen garment, whether it be sweater, top, tank top, whatever, that kind of thing. I won't tell you the different classifications. I am actually going to put different ones into a small jar, folded up slips of piece of papers, and then just pull 4 for each month to make. So yeah, let's have a little fun with this and see how it turns out. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. See you guys soon. And everybody, I hope you're having a fantastic year. See you soon. Bye.